Pretoria's Chief Magistrate Desmond Nair has temporarily been relieved of his duties because of alleged misconduct. A witness at the Zondo Commission implicated the magistrate last year. A preliminary probe into the claims levelled against him found enough grounds to have him suspended. This as an investigation into his fitness to hold office gets underway. Cassim Moosa, a spokesperson for the Magistrates Commission, which advised Minister Ronald Lamola on the matter. He joins me now in the studio to discuss this. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Moosa.
Yes, good evening.
So let's talk about the Commission, the work that you do. So we mentioned the fact that you advise the Minister on this. A bit of background as well, if you will.
Yes, in terms of this particular matter, when the allegations were made at the State Capture Commission by the witness LaRue, and that was made on the 30th of January 2019, immediately thereon, the Ethics Committee of the Magistrates Commission acted thereon, as it was very, very important to maintain the image of the judiciary, and these allegations were very, very serious to the image of the judiciary, and immediately thereon an investigation in terms of Regulation 26 of the regulations was conducted. 2 independent investigating officers were appointed. Evidence was obtained during the course of this investigation, and pursuant thereto, the Magistrates Commission then, having conducted the preliminary investigation and having considered the preliminary investigation, the Commission resolved to charge the Chief Magistrate Desmond Nair with 2 counts of misconduct.
So what is considered as good enough grounds to support such action?
Well, one must have reliable evidence. So the test is that reliable evidence should exist, indicating that an allegation against the magistrate is of such a serious nature that it would be inappropriate for him to remain in office and conduct his duties as a judicial officer.
Mm-hmm. So is this the first time that you have advised a Justice Minister on suspension of someone within the judiciary?
No. The suspension of magistrates within the judiciary is something that's it's an ongoing thing that the Magistrates Commission in fact does on a daily basis. In fact, I'd just like to indicate that in terms of Section 4 of the Magistrates Act 90 of 1993, the objects of the Magistrates Commission inter alia involve the appointments of magistrates, and secondly, to investigate allegations of misconduct and to make recommendations to the minister. So there are several matters. And it deals purely with magistrates?
Yes.
So this particular matter is not something that's isolated and out of the ordinary that a chief magistrate has been suspended. We've had numerous other matters where regional court presidents have been suspended previously.
Mm-hmm. And your jurisdiction is purely at that level, is that what you're saying?
Our jurisdiction purely is to ensure that discipline is dealt with at the level of the lower judiciary, the magistracy. Mm-hmm. We deal with magistrates.
So now just tell me, in terms of the background to this particular matter, just for our audience's sake, when you say such serious allegations being leveled against a magistrate and you find in cause that it's serious enough that it would tarnish the image of the judiciary, just a bit of background into that, how you went about your business.
Well, I think it's very, very important to maintain the reputation of the judiciary, and I think the judiciary is seen as the last bastion. The general public will always look to the judiciary at the end of the day, and we've got to ensure that the judiciary never remains lackluster, and that at all material times the judiciary is seen to be beyond reproach. And on the basis of the allegations, it became necessary.
Which is that of special favors. Special
favors, yes. Obviously, because the matter is sub judice, I don't want to particularly delve into the particular nature of the allegations made out against the magistrate. But I want to indicate to you that due to the serious nature of the allegations, that a benefit was received without, at no cost to the magistrate. Therefore, the commission deemed it to be sufficiently serious and found it to be inappropriate for the magistrate to continue with his judicial functions.
So what would you then consider, and as you say, you don't want to go into the merits of the case, what would you consider as somebody approving at this stage in the game that they are fit to hold office of that of a chief magistrate?
Well, I think the way I would perhaps maybe respond to your question would be that in terms of the allegations that have been made, I think it's important that the principle of presumed to be innocent until proven guilty always operates. Mm-hmm. So on the basis of the allegations that have been made, we were of the view as the Magistrates Commission, and the Honourable Minister has also in fact suspended the magistrate, that the allegations are of such a serious nature that it would require the Chief Magistrate to relinquish and be suspended for a period of time from his duties, pending the outcome of the misconduct inquiry.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Spokesperson of the Magistrates Commission, Cassim Moosa.
Thank you.